Hi Krishna everyone. So we are going to start our session now. So first we will start with Manglacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, so I welcome you all for today's session, our learning of second chapter. So let's start it. So our all the sessions are dedicated to A.C. Bhakti Vedant Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and all these sessions are inspired by his teachings. So now so today we are going to understand the chapter 2. So chapter 2 is like it goes through like no the surrender. The first thing is like the surrender as a disciple of Arjuna. So Arjuna surrenders to Lord Krishna, and then from 2.11 to 2.30 it's Atma Gyan, and then up after that from 2.31 to 2.53 Lord Krishna talks about the two duties, and after that he's telling about the everlasting happiness from the verses 2.54 to 2.72. So now from Bhagavad Gita chapter, when we are starting from chapter like no chapter 2, the first shloka, and then where it starts, it goes like Arjuna is sincerely like ready to surrender now, and he's ready to hear. So we come to the shloka number 7, which is the turning point of Bhagavad Gita. So let's chant this shloka. Karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्य निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्ते अहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. So here Arjuna is telling to Lord Krishna that I am confused about my duties and I have lost all the composure because of my miserly weakness. In this condition, I'm asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. I'm your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. So, as I told before reciting that this is a turning point. How it's a turning point? Because from here, before like in the first chapter we saw about the mood of Duryodhana, about the mood of Dhritarashtra, and what is the mood Arjuna is developing. And he starts telling like no, when he asked Lord Krishna that please take me between the armies, both the armies, and there he is completely confused about his duties, and his prime duty being a kshatriya is to fight. So now he's confused that whether I should fight or not. And he tells that I'm not going to fight. So now he is like from here, after Bhagavad Gita 2.7, Lord Krishna starts speaking and start giving the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, the complete knowledge to Arjuna. So even this shloka is a very, very powerful prayer. It it can be recited daily as a part of our prayer, because in this We are, it's not only for Arjuna, it is for us also. Because in our day to day life, so many times we get confused about our duties, we get confused about what to do, what is good for us and what is bad for us. So this is really a very powerful prayer, and we should develop a habit of chanting this prayer on a regular basis. You all can make a note of it, and it can be a big takeaway for you all, that including this mantra, this shloka, as a prayer of your daily routine. Because in this we are requesting Lord Krishna to help us, to guide us in our confusion and take us out from that situations in which we are in. So now another thing is, which we learn from this shloka, is Arjuna surrenders to Lord Krishna. Before, he was telling all the things, that this is the problem, that is the problem, people will die, I will get bad karmas, I have to kill my relatives, I'm not going to do all that. And now he is ready to hear. He is ready to hear, and he has become submissive, like, no, he has surrendered to Lord, and now he is ready to hear from him. He has given up everything. I cannot do anything now, please guide me. I've tried from my side, now I'm giving up. So that is the situation of Arjuna. And even for us also, see, in Bhagavad Gita, the most important thing is that we also, like, no, whole Bhagavad Gita is not only for Arjuna. Whatever learnings Lord Krishna is giving, it's for us also. Arjuna is representing us. So, when we have to understand anything, we need to be submissive. We should be ready to hear. So, now that is the situation for Arjuna. So, let's move ahead. So, now in this verse here, the Arjuna has surrendered as a disciple. There is a role change. Krishna and Arjuna, as you all know, are very good friends to each other. But now Arjuna has chosen Krishna, who was his friend, as his guru, who is going to guide him. So, first of all, when we are in some situation, whenever we are facing any challenge in our life, we need to identify that there is some problem with me. There is something going wrong inside me only, or in my thought process. We have to identify there is some challenge. Generally, people are not ready to see that only, that I have some problem. They are not ready to accept it, that there is some problem with me. We have the tendency of seeing the faults in others, that that person is having this problem, that person is having another person, my friend might be having problem, my family is having some problem. But we completely neglect this thing, that I can also have some problem. So first step is required, is that we should understand I can be also on weaker side. It required to be understood that there can be some problem inside me. So that is what Arjuna has accepted, that I have lost my composure, I am confused, now I seek your guidance. So before seeking guidance from anyone, we have to accept that I can have some problem. So the best thing from this situation we can take in our life, to accept that yes, I can have some problem and I need a solution for it. Then we should seek guidance. And the guidance, we should generally, what happen, people start taking guidance from anyone, whoever they feel like, no, they are my soulmates, or they are my best pals, my best friend, let me go and take guidance. But those people are, may not be the perfect people to guide you for your situation. So many people are there who are ready to give knowledge, they are ready to give gyan to us, but it's not, it might be not suitable to us, it won't be like perfect for us. So we cannot go and take guidance from anyone and at any place, or everyone like who is readily available. So we need to identify an authorized person who can genuinely help us in our situation. It should not be like we are opening our heart to everyone. This can be misused. So if we have any challenge, first we need to identify a authorized person who can guide us, who can pull us out from the problem, like how Arjuna did. He seek the guidance from Lord Krishna. So now, for us, we cannot find Lord Krishna directly guiding us, but the words of Supreme Lord is there available for all of us in the form of Bhagavad Gita and all our Vedic scriptures also. And in that, Bhagavad Gita is a prime thing in which Lord Krishna is guiding us that how we can solve our problems. So now there is a change in relationship, guru and disciple. So Arjuna has become disciple and Lord Krishna is guru. So many a times we have lot of gyan, we have lot of knowledge and we want to tell, we want to share it. So we start telling everyone and then we feel that person is not appreciating or not taking it. So in that situation, it is important for us that the person whom we look for, they should take, they should be ready. See, Lord Krishna is having lot of knowledge. He's full of knowledge, but he didn't spoke till Arjuna was ready to hear. In this situation, Arjuna is completely ready. He has surrendered to him that you please give me the knowledge now. So now, when Lord Krishna is going to speak, Arjuna is going to hear and apply it in his life. So, this is a very, very important practical thing which we can understand from this verse of Bhagavad Gita. So, now, for all of us, as I told in past 2 to 3 slides, like every one of us, like all people who are on this planet, many times the situations are coming and we are completely confused. We even get into such situation, we are searching someone whom I should go and ask a solution for my problem. I need someone. Don't you think that? You also feel this situation in your life, right? That we are totally confused and we need someone whom we should approach and whom we should ask that who will solve my problems. So to solve life's deepest questions, one should seek the shelter of exalted acharyas. So whatever Krishna is teaching to Arjuna, same lessons applies to us also. So we can learn from the instructions of Krishna by reading Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita, we cannot just read and understand it. We need someone to explain it. We need someone to guide and tell us in practical ways how I can apply it in my life. So it's very much important to have a genuine guru in our life. Okay? So now, in this way, this part is covered and we will move to the another part, that is from 2.11 to 2.30. So now, from this, in this part, Krishna reveals about Atma Gyan. So now, when Arjuna is asking about his duties, he's talking about duties. Is it not a confusing thing? And Lord is telling about Atma and he's giving Atma Gyan. Are you confused about it? Do you think like he was talking about simple confusion because he is stuck in the decision making, right? He's not able to decide what he should do. So what do you think? Why Krishna started telling about the soul concept, the body, the soul? So let's understand. Let's recite this verse. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Ashochan Anvashocastvam Pragyavadamscha Bhashase Gatasuna Nanushocanti Panditaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. So, Lord Krishna, who has become now like as a guru for Arjuna, he is strongly telling him that while crying for all the things which are not at all worthy for grief, you are speaking like a pandita, but you are crying for the things which are not even worthy to lament for. So now, first of all, like as I was saying, Lord Krishna, why he started telling about Atma Gyan. So Arjuna is asking about his duties. What is correct duty for me? What I should do? So here, first Lord Krishna is telling that first you should understand who you are. What is your identity? Then only you can identify your duties, right? So he is telling that's why he brings him to the level of Atmagyan. So let me tell a small analogy about it. Like a person is going into an office. So first he should know what he is, whether he is a peon, he's a peon, or he is a officer, or he is a CEO. Then only he can his duties will be identified. Like for a peon, duty is different. For a normal employee, duty is different. For a CEO or owner of company, the duty is different. So same way, first we should know who we are. Who am I? Once we know that, then only we can know what is my duties. So that's why Lord Krishna moves to in this chapter to about telling about the Atma Gyan. So then he tells a very, very important shloka here comes in Bhagavad Gita. Dehi no asmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namoyati. So here Lord Krishna is telling, as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. So, you all know Arjuna was crying and he was disturbed that he is going to kill so many people and he will lose all these relatives. So, now Lord Krishna is telling here that as a small child changes his body from a baby to a young boy, then adult boy, then a man, and slowly he becomes old. And then as people become old, they pass the body. When it becomes too old, he moves to another body. So it is just a procedure like how he has moved from a small baby to an elder one, and then to an older person, and then to a new body they have taken. So this is a normal procedure of changing. So why we are getting disturbed in this state? So let me tell, like, no, when you can see, like, no, our older pictures when we were small. So we are saying, oh, I'm looking very small. And even many a times when kids are seeing their parents' childhood pictures, they say, ayo, you are looking so small. But now we are not looking like that. We are not looking in the same way how we used to look when we were small. So our body is changed. And we can even see when we are seeing our older pictures, our grandparents, they were looking so young, but now they all have changed and their body is completely changed. So this, in this way, are we fitting into that body? No, that body has gone and we have got another body. as we are growing up. So here the concept is that as the body becomes jeerna, like no, it becomes very old. So as we change our old clothes, this body also we change. We are not keeping the old clothes which they become so old, we just leave them. So this body is having a duration, a lifespan. So once this lifespan, this body becomes like no worn and torn. You see old people, the skin how it becomes. So everything is sagging, eyes have become very weak, teeth are coming out. So this cannot sustain for longer duration. So then this body is taken away and we get the new body. So this is a normal transition, like how from childhood we used to youth age and then we become old. Same way, when we become old, the body becomes completely very old, like old clothes. This we change. So this is Dehino Asmin, very, very important shloka from Bhagavad Gita. So let's try to understand, like, no, there are three levels. There is gross body, which can be seen, which we see from our eyes. This body, this is a gross body. There is subtle body, which cannot be seen. And then the main thing is comes is soul. So now some people say, how I'll believe that there is some soul or there is some subtle thing inside me? I can only see this body. So then, can one see the mind? Can we see the mind? No. But does that mean that we don't have any mind? There is mind inside us. And then, can someone say that intelligence? Can we see the intelligence? Buddhi. But buddhi is already there. By our actions, by our words, by our work, we can identify that yes, intelligence is there. So, as mind cannot be seen, intelligence cannot be seen. So, same way, our subtle body cannot be seen. It is already there inside. And then comes soul. Soul is Sat Chit Ananda. It's always eternal. Nothing can happen to this soul. Even in this phase only, shloka is coming, Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Dahati Pavaka. So, what is there? Lord Krishna is telling this soul can never be burned, can never be cut off with any weapon, it can never be withered by the wind, it can never be drowned by the water, washed off by the water. So, nothing will happen, it's always eternal. So now, soul carried into the next body by discarding the old body or cloth. So why we have to be sad about it? So now, but it's not like no, we will not become sad if someone has lost life in our lives. Who will be taking care of the family? So we have to see. Uh, we get attached because we think who will take care of the things. That's why we are so much attached with this body. So we have to understand that things are not taken care by us. Things are taken care by the Supreme Lord, and that is what is surrendering. Okay, so I'll try to make it more simpler and understand this concept of who am I and what is this soul and body. You might be confused what today Mataji is telling, body, soul and clothes is too confusing. So let me tell you with some example. So you can see this phone. So what I'll say, this is my phone. Okay, and what I can say, some items I didn't kept. So what I'll say, it's my ID card. Okay, so it is my mouse, right? It's my whatever device I'm using, it's my laptop. So what things I'm saying, this mobile and all, this is my, this belongs to me. Same way, what we say, it is my hand, right? We say my hand, my head, my legs, my eyes. We say like this, right? And then what we say, even in our words also, the things are coming in a proper, in this way only. And we say, my body is paining, my head is paining. Do we say, I am paining? Do we ever say? But I will say my name. I am Vrajeshwari, right? I am this my name. So I'm not, we are not saying I am paining. We say my body is paining, because the things which belong to us we call as my. Like I said, it's my mobile, my car, my device, my laptop, my body, my leg, my hand. So we say like this. So the things which belong to us we call as my. We never say I am penning, I am phone, I am this. So same we can understand that this body belongs to us, and we are something which is separate from this body. This body is a outer covering to us, but we become very much attached to it. And this body which belongs to us, it is going lot of changes from the time of birth. You can see your own pictures, but we are not seeing in that way. We feel the clothes have become small. No, that body is changed. So this is very much we should understand, this body is completely temporary. It cannot bear more heat. It cannot bear more wind. It cannot afford more water. This is having certain limit it is having. So this body is different from us, and we are something different. And we are eternal. Nothing will happen to us. Only this body keeps changing. So now let me tell one story. What happened one day? Garuda, it's about Garuda with Sparrow and with Yamaraj. So, what happened? One day, Lord Vishnu comes to visit Lord Shiva in Kailash, and he comes on Garuda Dev. You all know that Lord Vishnu's Vahan is Garuda Dev, and Yamaraj also comes there. So, Garuda Dev, he greets Yamaraj, and he sees Yamaraj suddenly stopped, and he is staring at a small bird which is sitting on the arch at the entrance of Lord Shiva's abode. And then, when Yamaraj is looking at the small bird, immediately Garuda Dev thinks, "Oh, my little sister is in trouble." Garuda Dev sensed that no, Yamaraj is thinking something about this little bird. So he picks up that little bird and transport the bird to thousands of miles away on a rock in a stream, very far away, where is like no stream is going on, and there's a big rock, and he places that little bird on that rock. Now meeting is over. Yamadev comes out, and Yamraj is looking at Garuda Dev. Garuda Dev asked Yamraj, "You looked at that bird very intensely before you entered this place. Why?" So Yamraj says, "This bird was going to die in next 5 minutes. It was supposed to be killed by a python. Thousands of miles away on a rock in the river." Now, so Yamraj is telling all this. So I was wondering, how can that happen? Because there are no such serpents here in Kailash, no forest. So I was thinking how this bird will be like, no, how it will be happening in this place. So now Yamra says, "But I don't see that bird anymore." So now, can you understand what I'm saying? So already that was predestined that the bird has to reach to some stream sitting on a rock, and there the python will eat this bird. And the bird was in Kailash. But Garuda Dev, in order to protect that bird, took that bird thousands of miles away and took the bird to that same stream and kept it on the stone. And there the python has eaten up that bird. Whereas Garuda Dev was trying to protect that bird, but the arrangements were already done there. So Yamraj now walks away, and he has given his message that I was thinking how this bird will reach thousands of miles away to that particular rock near to the stream where the python will eat it. So the things are there. Death is inevitable. Our birth to death, the segment is already drawn, it is already predestined. So it is like a final exam. Everyone, whoever has taken life here, birth here, they have to go, and that is already destined. No matter how much we try to stop it by artificial means, whatever we have is a very little time in our hands, and we must try to use it in learning and applying the principles of Bhagavad Gita in our life, so that we are prepared for our that final exam. That final exam everyone has to go through. It is same like a student who is preparing for the exams, and one student is preparing the whole year. So whether that student will be scared when the exam is coming in front, you only tell whether. No, that child will never be scared because he has prepared for the exam whole year. So when the exam is coming, he is prepared, he is not at all worried, normal, calm. And what about the child who never opened the book whole year, whole life? So, what will be the situation of that student who never studied and never opened the book when the exam is coming in front? What will be the situation? You can answer on your own. So, life and death is not in our hands, it's already arranged before. So, now what is the life lesson? So, many people they just take it like, no, I cannot escape my sorrows. So what I can, like, no, I can destroy my body, so I will be able. Many people take this very 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 dangerous step called killing their body. Like, no, I cannot solve the problems of my life, let me do suicide. Suicide is not the solution of ending the problems here. It makes the situation more and more worse. People think I will cut off the life here and I will be happy. I will be coming out of the problem which I'm facing here. Never. It will never happen. It is going to increase the problem more. No matter how difficult life we have, we should not think of suicide. This makes our bodily platform more worse. We are not going to finish off. We are going to land up in a more worse situation, because we will finish off this body, but another that lifespan we didn't cover, which was already destined for us. So suicide is not going to end up. This should be very much clear. Our Vedic scriptures tell very very strongly that we should never plan to do this thing in with our this body. Okay, so now we come to the another point part, which is two duties, about which Lord Krishna is talking. So Lord Krishna talks about the two duties, that is the bodily duties and the soul platform. So now here you can see a bird is sitting in a cage. So this cage is our body, and this bird is our soul. So, what generally people do now, they are mostly taking care of this cage. They are polishing this cage, they are maintaining this cage so nicely, but they completely neglect the bird which is sitting inside this cage. And slowly, this bird gets suffocated and it's finished. So now, if we keep on taking care of the cage so much and we are not giving any food to the bird, what will happen? Is the purpose solved? No. So, whatever we have two duties, we have to take care of this cage also, and we have to take care of the bird also. So about these two duties Lord Krishna is telling, and which is very very important for all of us, that we should maintain these two duties. So let's move ahead. So here in 2.31, Lord Krishna talks about our bodily duties. स्वधर्मम् अपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुम् अर्हसि धर्म्याधियुद्धात् श्रेयो अन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते. Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation. So, Swadharmam, whatever is our duty. So, it's very much clear here that many people say that if we read Bhagavad Gita, I was telling this yesterday also, that I'm going to be in such situation that I have to leave everything. I don't have to take care. Many people, like on the base of Bhagavad Gita, they want to become sannyasis, and they want to leave their family duties. They want to, like, no, if he's a person is a married or a woman is married, they don't want to take care of their children. So Lord Krishna is very much straight away telling here that you cannot deny your duties, what you have here. Whatever is your status of life, whatever is your duties which you have to perform, whether it is towards your family, whether it is towards your parents, towards your children, we have to do it. If we are denying, that means we are uh, getting, like, no, into ourselves into problem only, because Lord Krishna is telling that is our prime thing. If we are here on this planet, we have to fulfill our duties. We should not abandon it. It is our prime responsibility. But what will happen if we only do this? So many people say, uh, like, doing my taking care of my family, I have done everything. My parents are only god to me, so I'll not do anything else. So I am doing, like, no, my job, I'm earning money, I'm taking care of my family, so everything is done. So that is my duty, I have done. But now what is happening, majority of people on in our society, they think, they are moving into a very wrong misconception that doing the family duties or doing the material duties here, your responsibilities, taking care of parents, taking care of children, they are so much engrossed in that, that they completely forget that they have another duty also, which is a prime duty, your spiritual duties. So it is like we are only taking care of the cage, not of the bird. So it's very much important that we need to balance. So now Lord Krishna is coming up on the part, like, no, karma jam buddhi yukta hi phalam tyaktva manishinaha janma bandha vinirmukta padam gacchantya. So, what happens? By doing our spiritual duties, by fulfilling our spiritual duties, we can escape from this cycle. So, that complete details will be coming in the future chapters. But here, what Lord Krishna is telling, by thus engaging in devotional service to the Lord, great sages or devotees free themselves from the results of work in the material world. In this way, they become free from the cycle of birth and death and attain the state beyond all miseries. So it's very much important that we balance in both the duties. So life, suffering are a sign of imbalance. If we are facing challenges in our life, if we are not able to do the things properly, there is some issues happening. That means there are sign of imbalance between your material and your spiritual duties. You are so much engrossed in your material duty that we have completely forgot that we have a bird sitting here, and we have the duties towards that soul also. So take time to introspect, think, like, know where the things are going wrong. Generally, the challenge today is that people don't have time even to think and introspect about where the problem is happening. So we need to make balance between our body. We don't have to only take care of the body from top. So many people are doing surgeries, plastic surgeries and all, coloring their hairs and putting so much of makeup, keeping so much fitness regime to keep this body fit. How much we have seen so many fitness people, so many famous celebrities who were, so many people were working for their fitness regime, but they just lost their life. The soul moved out from that body with just fraction of second. So only taking care of this body won't work out. We have to take care of the soul. We have to take care what the bird sitting inside. Just we do cannot take care of the cage. Okay, so let's move ahead. So we covered about Arjuna surrendering, then we discussed about Atmagyan, then we are moving towards, like, no, we move towards the dual duties. Then now in the ending phase, like note of this chapter, uh, chapter 2, the last phase is about lasting happiness. How we can become eternally happy. That is our right, right? We have to be happy. And being the, like, no, the children of the Supreme Lord, it is our prime right to be happy. But we have completely forgot, and we, instead of, actually our prime right was to be in blissful state, ananda. But from ananda we came to happiness. Then happiness is also gone. We have come to, I need some time, like, no, uh, some space for myself, because we have don't have time. Only happiness is far away. I need some space, I need some time, or I need some place for me where I can silently sit. So our eternal right is to be happy, and Bhagavad Gita teaches us how we can be happy in every state, whether it is distressing state or whether it is a very joyful state. Bhagavad Gita will teach how to balance it. Okay, so let's move ahead. So here, Lord Krishna is telling, Prasade sarva dukhanam hane rasyopajayate prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhi paryavatishthate. For one, thus satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material existence exist no longer. In such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established. So, whoever is doing this soul duty, spiritual duty, is happiest. Because what happened is, like, they are situated in this, like, no, they, the things, the way they observe, the way they see the things becomes different. Our perspective changes because we are balancing both. The thing which we were not at all bothering about, now we have started thinking about it. So our way of seeing the things, it completely changes. So now Lord Krishna is telling about threefold miseries here. So what are these threefold miseries? So he's telling we won't be getting disturbed by these three kleshas. There are three kinds of kleshas which a human being generally goes through. So first klesha, first problem is adhyatmic klesha, adhyatmic miseries. That is the sufferings which we create on our own. Like, it can be because of our mind, our thought process. So all whatever challenges come because of our own self, like, no, our thought and our mind and all. That is adhyatmic. Then adi bhautik. Adi bhautik are like the problems which are created by others. So we face a lot of problems which can be created by anyone in and around us. So it can be a mosquito bite, dengue, malaria, anything can happen. So it can be even by our neighbors. They have come and did some problem to us. Or it can be in our family, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law, son-in-law, or husband, wife, children, anyone, or neighbors. So these are the problems which are created. You can just think what all problems come to us because of such situations. Then Adi Daivik. Adi Daivik are the sufferings, the problems which are created, like which we get from Prakriti, like no, sudden flood came, then drought, dryness came, or earthquake came, tsunami came. So these are all like by nature, whatever has like no mass destruction has happened. So these are Adi Daivika. So now, how to become free from these kind of problems, that we are going to understand in chapter 3, which is Karma Yoga. There we will be understanding in detail how we can handle these all problems in our life. So but Lord Krishna is telling that when we are balancing both our material and our spiritual, our bodily platform and our spiritual platform, so what happened? We are not getting disturbed by these three kaleshas. So now comes our life lesson. If one does one's soul duty with determination and enthusiasm, one can be happy in this life and in the afterlife also. So if, as I was telling, that if we are balancing in both, it, I'm not saying like no, Bhagavad Gita doesn't say that we should be only taking care of our soul duty, the bird inside, but it is also talking very importantly that we have to take care of this body also. Some people say, no, from today only I'm not even bother about my body, I should only think of the bird inside and let it this body go away. No, this body is very very important. It is gifted by the Supreme Lord to us, and we cannot neglect it. This body is only going to help us. If there is some challenge with this body, we won't be even able to take care of our inner uh, soul also. So this doesn't mean that we put anything we eat and we are standing under the sun and hot and cold, let this body doesn't matters. No, there some people think anyhow this body is going to go, no problem, let me trouble it. No, we have to take care because this is a gift. Very very rarely we get this human form, so it's very much important to take care of it very nicely. But it should not happen that we take care of it so much that we forget that there is something inside also. That's why dual duties are there. So now, so as I have told that first chapter we discussed about Arjuna's confusions. Second chapter we understood Atma Gyan, which will make us happy. So now, how do we implement this Atma Gyan practically in our life? So let me give a small example, that if we study MBBS, somebody has studied in the medical college. Now he has become a doctor. So after becoming a doctor, he has to practice that whatever medicine and all he has studied, he has to practice it. Otherwise, he is not considered as a doctor. He has gone to the college and he has studied, but he's not practicing. He's sitting at home. He's not practically applying all those things. Then we cannot call him a doctor. So same thing is that whatever we are studying, like whatever yesterday we studied about in chapter 1, today whatever we have studied in chapter 2, so these all things we should try applying in our life, day to day life. How we are behaving with others, how we are taking care of the things, how like Dhritarashtra thing we understood today, Atma Gyan, that okay, I have to connect myself with the Supreme Lord, and then I need to take care of. If you were not at all taking care of your body, or you were not at all doing your duties properly here towards your family, start doing it. So you have to practically apply things in your life. Then only you will see the change. You say, yeah, I have read Bhagavad. When many a times I talk to people that, did you read Bhagavad Gita? Did you? Yeah, I know Bhagavad Gita very nicely. I have read it multiple times, but there is no change in them. So the change starts from us, and the right time now. So from now, today onwards, you start applying whatever you are studying. Then only we will see the change, and we can say, yes, I have studied Bhagavad Gita and I'm applying it in my life. Okay, so now after this, the next chapter is, what is this karma and actions. We discussed about adi bhautik klesha, so many calamities. These all things are questions in our mind also. Why all these problems happened to us? Why these so many people died in these all natural calamities? So how these actions perform, how the work, how this whole system runs, this all is going to be explained in third chapter. So tomorrow we will be waiting for that. So we will study about third chapter, and we will try to understand what is karma yoga and how these all things functions in this universe. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Namah